Good Shabbos. Good morning, everybody. Uh, Shabbos Zachar, Parsha Truma, Shabbos before Purim, and I'm in Rockaway. A lot of ice outside. I'm not sure if I'm going to try to make it to shul. In about 20 minutes, I'll know for sure. Snowing and icy outside. Unfortunately, I'm not in Eretz Yisrael again. Missing a big bar mitzvah. My close friend, my chavrusa son, Jeremy Frankel, big bar mitzvah tomorrow. Unfortunately, I won't be able to be there, but that's how it goes. We are, you are where we're supposed to be, as they say. It's a very exciting parsha. For some reason, I'm very connected. I'm not sure why. for better, for worse, not for better. To Parsha Truma, to Tzava, Yaakov Pekude. It's mentioned 4 times. Repeat the avoda. Hashem says to Moshe to do it, and then they do it. So it's repeated twice. And one of the lessons that I take from this is all your kochos. As Hashem says, all your kochos and all your passion should really go towards Hashem. The people gave money, but that wasn't the most important thing in the Mishkan. Is to give money. Going to shul. The most important thing is to put money towards building the shul. The most important part of going to shul is davening and wanting to daven and be close to Hashem. Hashem had to have a place in the world, but Hashem has to have a place in every person. Shanti b'zocham. All the Mefarshim talk about this. It's not Hashem should live in the Mishkan, it's to live in every person. And that's the most important thing. And Rabbi Brody from Atlanta once mentioned that the Jewish people have been without a Beis Hamikdash longer than they've been with a Beis Hamikdash. And the point is, I'm pretty sure, is that Hashem, there was a time and place for the Beis Hamikdash, and hopefully we'll get there again. But without the Beis Hamikdash, Hashem has to be within us. Something very interesting struck me a couple of days ago when I was going through Sfas Emes. It's a part Tess. That talked about that the point is to be mevatel your actions towards Hashem. And the 6 days we're working, and the 7th day is Shabbos. We mevatel, we stop our actions for Hashem. That's why the work in the Mishkan stopped for Shabbos. Shabbos is more important. We don't need to arcane ourselves. And it's this, understanding and this wanting to be close to Hashem is very important. And it brings up an interesting point, is that when the Kohen would do the avoda, the Kohanim, dozens of Kohanim running around doing the work, people would be watching. People would be standing and watching. There'd be a mamad of Jews davening, set aside, and so Hashem says they couldn't do it. Kohanim could do it. Some of them were able to do it. Leviim could sing up to 50. Some of them played instruments. Some guarded. Most of them really couldn't do it either. But they watched and they wanted to do it. And this ratzon, this enthusiasm of wanting to do it and wanting to be close to Hashem is as important or more important than the actual work itself. Sfas Emes in many places talks about the preparation for mitzvah is more important than the mitzvah. We don't understand why eating these round, flat things is important to Hashem, but we have to know the kavanah behind it, and we want to be close to understand why we're doing it and remember Mitzrayim. We don't know why lighting these candles is important to Hashem. How do we approach the mitzvah? The wanting to know why we're doing the mitzvah, the wanting to be close to Hashem, do what Hashem wants, the ratzon Hashem, that's really important. And I remember 2 stories when I was a kid. As we were talking about Jeremy, my mitzvah boy, who's, I'm sure, excited to start doing the mitzvos, going to shul tomorrow, probably buy groceries by Philip Schneider's backyard, Kiddush, but going every year, I remember as a child, my father taking us to bake matzahs with Sester Reagan and Rebbe Zatzal, and Arayom Hazeh, I take my kids to bake matzahs, Erev Pesach. I did it as a kid for a few years, 3, 4, 5 years, and that's what I do with my kids. And it's exciting. It's exciting to do it. So matzah and Pesach is exciting to me more than eating the matzah, I guess, because matzah obviously doesn't taste good. no taste, and you don't feel good afterwards. But preparing for the matzah is the best thing. I look forward to it every year. Last year we couldn't do it with Corona, but every year, most exciting thing. Conversely, Sukkot. My father would buy an esrog lulav, and I remember as a kid, going with my father, and everyone picks up the esrog and looking at it. And I was a little kid, 8, 10, whatever I was. And I looked at it and I showed this, and I showed something to the person who owned this farm store. What do you think about this? And he laughed at me. And he laughed at me, and he laughed at all the people. He says, this kid knows what he knows what he's looking for. And I don't know that. Again, it's not on him, it's on me. But I have, unfortunately, very little enthusiasm and patience to look for an esrog. Usually they open up the shul evening time for esrog lulav, and I'm working, and I send Yoni or Moshe, here's 200 shekel, get the best one you could find. It's not that expensive in Israel. Find something really good, and we're good to go. Or someone delivers it. And again, I can't blame anyone but myself, but that's kind of what this is. And kind of this lesson is to really understand that at a young age we really learn things from our parents. We learn experiences. And so it's like a Shabbos lesson also to the Bar Mitzvah boy, is that my Chavrusa Chaim Frankel, man thinks about everything. And not that he's not so prepared for mitzvahs and enthusiasm because he's smart, but because he really wants to do it. Every Shabbos he has a game plan for the Suda. Every week he has a game plan what he's going to do the next week, reading a book, reading a sefer, learning with someone. And this is something that all of us could really learn from, whether you're a mitzvah boy, whether you're 15 and a half, is the approach and the enthusiasm you have for a mitzvah really rubs off on other people, and it's something that is, of course, Hashem is the most important thing to Hashem. Shabbat Shalom, Good Shabbos, Mal Tov, Jeremy.